to talk about a story that is in our today's daily, the standard, the bogeyman. It contains the image of former President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, and they are calling him the bogeyman. The bogeyman is basically the man who is now being blamed by the government or the current government for their failures. Now, every government often comes up with a person who they make a villain, and they will always blame for them or for their failure not to do their mandate as expected. And as we have seen currently, the people who are around the president, and they have been attacking the former president Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, openly accusing him of sponsoring even the Linda Mwananchi groups that are part of the opposition team that has been giving the government a sleepless night. We have seen them calling him out to stay off the politics, and at some point we saw them threatening that they will withdraw all the benefits of a retired president to him if he continues working with the opposition or doing what they term as being a person who is a threat to the working of the government of President William Ruto. This, from a communication perspective, it shows the government that clearly agrees that it's not doing its mandate as supposed. Kenyans are not feeling how the government is working. Kenyans are still suffering. The high unemployment is still in the country. There is there is the cost of fuel that keeps on skyrocketing. The purchasing power among Kenyans has become very minimal. Many Kenyans cannot afford even a meal, or 2 meals, or a meal a day. But now, instead of this government tackling these problems head on, they come up with a strategy of blaming it to the former president Uhuru Kenyatta. We have seen it. We have seen them say that the reason they are struggling is because they have to pay debts that were taken by the former president. But the very same people have failed to acknowledge that they have already used a budget of close to 100 billion in 4 years in office, which is approximately the same budget President Uhuru Kenyatta, who they blame for the failures of this government, used for 10 years in power. So basically what the government is doing is they are acknowledging they are failing. They have failed and they can't do anything. And now they are trying to find someone to blame on their failures. But this does not always work. Coming up with a scapegoat does not always work. Sometimes it backfires. And I think we are dealing with a woke population that can clearly see they are just blaming Uhuru, but clearly there's nothing Uhuru has done to them.